Hello everyone, this is Super Dimensional Bun. Today I'll be doing a build of Bandai's 1/60 scale Brocken labor from the series Pat Labor. So here we have all the pieces to the kits. I've already taken the liberty of pre-building the left arm and the left leg, and let me show you all the little pieces that we have to put together. So first we got the head. There's two parts for the head. The little pieces for whatever those things are in the back. Here's the torso. And this is parts for the midsection, the waist. Here's the waist. Here's the rubber piece for the rubber coverings for the waist and upper parts of the thighs. Let's see. We have polycaps, of course. The weapons. This little submachine gun is one piece, so no need for assembly there. Now we have pieces for the thighs. There's the lower leg that's already been built, and a foot. There it is unassembled. That's the inner skeleton of the thigh, the lower portion of the leg, and the foot assembly. Last but not least, shoulder pieces. And the rubber sleeve for the bicep area. There's part of the rest of the arm, lower portion of the arms, and the hands. Now I already pre-built two of the hands, and I'll show you the last piece. So let's go ahead and get started on the build. Okay, as usual, I'll follow the instructions and start with the arm. So here are parts of the shoulder and the inner skeleton of the arm. I'll need a polycap for that. Let's see, PCB. Now this piece just slips into that hole, like so. And now I'll put it together. This kit's a little different than the they're Pat labors in that it doesn't need as many, doesn't have as many or as large rubber pieces. So I'll go ahead and assemble that. So this is part of the shoulder and part of the arm. If I can put them together. There we go. So I got a little piece that moves like so. And I can already start by putting it into the sleeve. Now I didn't need to paint this piece because it already came in a darker gray color, so I was a little happy about that. But I have to say it feels a lot more stickier because it's unpainted. Just like an eraser. There's no peg that sticks out of the top to put on the shoulder piece. All you do is just connect it on top. There's a little connector piece right here. There we go. And the shoulder is done. Move the line over. Next we need the lower portion of the arm. So again we need another polycap. Slip that inside here. Together, and now we can just stick the peg in and connects by the polycap. So the top part of the arm is finished. Next we go for a lower portion of the arm. Pretty simple. Two half pieces and a piece that holds the hand. Oops. Alright, just put that part in first. connect it to the upper part of the arm. And connect the last pieces together. Make sure all the pieces are aligned correctly. Alright. And there you go. It's a pretty tight fit. The arm. There you go. It's pretty rigid. And now let's go ahead and put a hand together. So it's just two pieces. Even the peg parts comes in two halves. That can be glued if desired. Now this is the hand that holds a weapon. There are two of those, or two weapons, and then there's one open hand. I'll just put the open hand in for now. Just easily slides right in. There you go. The arm is finished. Next let's start with the legs. More accurately, let's start with the foot. We need a polycap here, polycap A. Okay, that goes into the connector piece right away. Just make sure to put it in correctly into the foot. And just put the two halves together. There you go. So now has some range of motion to the foot. Let's put the top cover to the foot now. Complete foot. It shows range of motion to the foot right here. Not too bad. Now let's go ahead and work on the leg. So we need two more of these polycaps for the knee area. And these pieces are pretty flat and they fit right into the knee area. Slip that piece in there. This one slips on the other side. Gives the leg a smooth motion when bending. Okay. Don't know if you can see that. Okay, let's push that in. Now here's a weird little round leg joint. So the top portion of the leg connects to the lower portion of the leg via peg. Slip that in there. It fits this round knee joint fits this assembly right there. It's just the exact same size, round. Put the foot in, nice and snug, and then the two halves go together. And there, the lower leg is finished. Let's start on the hip. Maybe we need another polycap. Oh, let's see. That goes for the upper leg, actually. We got that piece there, and we'll connect the other half, like so. Next we start on the hip. This is kind of unique, that has an interesting little connector that goes in the middle. Now this is the part that connects to the upper torso. That's connected. It's kind of loose, but the rubber covering will give it some rigidity. So the instructions say to put on one leg in first before putting on its underwear. So Here we go. It's German, so maybe I'll just call it Unterhosen. Or Lederhosen, whatever you may call it. Let's go ahead and get that in there. It's rubber, so don't worry about stretching it too much. Alright. That was simple enough. Just get the other part of the leg through. There's the pig. And the last part right there. Alright. That was much easier than any of the other patlabor kits I've built. Now it's just pulling down the underwear so it's not riding up this guy's crack. Let's get through. Oops. Actually, you need the holes to be open so you can connect the leg parts. Alright. Now let's put on the coverings to the thighs. Start with the back portion parts. They will still, you can see the holes these pegs are supposed to go into. That was simple. And now the front portion. Alright. One thing I discovered while making these patlabor kits is that when you cut the holes into plastic pieces, be generous. Go ahead and cut as much as you need to. If you cut too little, it's gonna it won't look right. It'll be all wrinkled up and not loose. It wouldn't extend as far as it should. So let's do that again. Okay, and now the thighs are finished. Now let's connect parts for the waist. Whoops. Okay, so this is the front piece. All you do is stick it on the peg. Nice and firm. And then the back piece, which is all that easy with every kit I build. So the left pieces are exposed, as you can see. The bottom portion of the crotch. Quite some gaps here. We'll worry about that later. I don't think there's really anything you can do about that. Now let's work on the torso. So already there's an assembly for the shoulder piece. I'll go ahead and start with that. It's these two pieces and a poly cap. Okay. So I'll put that in there. Alright, and this weird little pill-shaped piece fits in here. Let's put it, alright. It's a large peg. There you go. It's quite firm. Alright, next, let's go ahead and put the waist connector. Actually, I'll put it in the back. This is because that piece has to align properly. There you go. And let's put the two pills into the two connector pieces right there. And then we squeeze it together. Alright. So the torso is complete. Let's go ahead and put these connectors in the back. I don't know what they are. Just more design options, I guess. Okay, this piece is coming off real hard. They're just two simple halves. Alright, that's done. And the back, so a little loose, which is good because you don't want it too stiff because it might break easily. Okay, we're almost done. And last but not least, let's do the head. So another poly cap. Let me trim that because I ripped off a little too much. Gotta be careful using a knife. Alright, good there. And the head is a simple 2 half pieces of the poly cap. Alright, and it's complete. Now let's go ahead and start the final assembly. Let's start with the waist. So that middle piece is still pretty loose. I hope that's not a problem. Okay, you can tuck in the rubber inside. There you go. Oh, looks like this piece is not completely fixed. Okay, and here goes. I'll form the feet and legs. And then I'll form the arms. Okay, it's not turned properly. There you go. Yep. I'll form the other arm now. And then I'll form the head. I wonder if any of you got that. And there you go. Here's a complete Brocken labor. Now obviously I painted the orange pieces first. I was using some leftover paint from another Pat Labor kit. But there you go. There's the Pat Labor kit. And let's go ahead and just quickly do the machine gun. So this piece goes on top. Doesn't quite stay, but that's okay. Once I have this other piece on, it should be nice and firm. I have to be careful. That's quite loose. I have to do something about that. Here's the magazine. Points downward. Has a hollow piece, so I might have to actually fill that in. And then this rubber tube fits in the peg. Actually, we'll probably stretch it out, so I won't do it now. And this little connector piece here, oops, you don't see that. This little connector piece here fits into the tube, which fits into the waist of the Brocken labor. So there you have it. A nice large kit. Simple 80s kit. Has good piece of articulation, but I'll do a review on that once I paint this kit up. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Tune in again, and we'll see if I'll keep doing this. And thanks for coming. See you next time.